set to go. So, well, hello everybody. Welcome to this week's coaching webinar. I am your host, Tim Mai, of course. And thank you so much for being a part of this this training series that we're going to be doing in the next 6 weeks here. And what's going to happen in the next 6 weeks is this. Number one, today I'm going to go through and teach you how to how to make quick cash. Give you an introduction to what wholesaling is, how to make some quick cash from now until next week, so that way you can then be armed and dangerous and feel more confidence on what you need to do moving forward. Okay, and then next week I'm going to be next week I'm going to then teach you more specific into the REO business, how to how to find the deals, how to find the agents, and then the following week after that it's going to be how to find the buyers. Or I might switch the two around. So I might actually I'm going to do that. I'm going to take you after this week, and then next week I'm going to teach you how to find the cash buyers, and then the week after that I'm going to teach you on how to find the deals, the agents, and then after that you're going to learn about how to find private money. Okay, how to find private money. A lot of the strategies that I'll teach you, you don't need any money at all to be able to do them. Maybe for earnest money, but that's about it. You don't need any money to close on the deals. There are sometimes that you might need to double close, and so having access to private money will help you make things easier, and it gives you more confidence too. Okay, give you more confidence also, and then after that, I'm going to then walk you through on how to close on these deals, and walk you through the contract flow of an REO deal, and then after that, I would then teach you how to automate your business and set up your virtual business, how to find and hire a VA to help you run your business, so that way you're not the one that's always having to do the business, and you slowly graduate and get out of that, get out of the day-to-day activities and be the entrepreneur that you are, be the CEO that you are on top of that, in managing the business. Okay, so that's what's going to happen in the next 6 weeks, and so I'm pretty excited about that. And let's get started, shall we? You guys ready? Okay. You are about to learn how to make a fortune flipping foreclosures and REOs with no money, no credit, and no experience. Like I said, I want to first teach you the background of real estate investing. I call it Real Estate Investing 101. And the difference between short-term strategies versus long-term strategies. We are going to focus on the short-term strategy in this training, but as you get through the short-term strategy and make some quick cash, the long-term strategy is where the wealth building is going to happen. Okay, the short-term strategies, those are your transactional income, where you do a deal, you make money, and then you do another deal and you make money, you do another deal and you make money. That's transactional income. That's the real estate business. The true real estate investing is on a long-term strategy where you buy the property and you hold on to it for a long time to make money on the appreciation of the property. Okay, and so in short term you have wholesaling and you have rehabbing. And in long term, you have rentals and you have owner financing. And like I said, we are going to focus in on wholesaling for this training series. Okay, maybe in the future we'll talk about rehabbing and we'll talk about rentals and owner financing. But for this time, we're going to focus in on the wholesaling. All right. So what is wholesaling, and what does the business flow look like? The wholesaling is basically you find a property, you control it with a flex option or with a contract, and then you sell it, you flip it to a buyer, and you repeat the process. You find another property, you control that, you flip that, and so that's the wholesaling business flow. Okay. Wholesaling is when you find a bargain price property, and then you control it by getting under contract, and then you immediately resell it at a higher price to a bargain hunter. And a lot of our bargain hunters are landlords, contractors, rehabbers. Okay. Your wholesale profit is the difference between your contracted price and the sales price that you're selling to your buyer. So for example, let's say you got a property under contract for, here's an example. The value is 100,000. Okay, let's say you got it under contract for 60,000, and then you sell it to a bargain hunter for 70,000. So the difference between that 70,000 and that 60,000 is 10,000 bucks, which will then become your wholesale profit. Okay, and why wholesaling? It's because wholesaling doesn't require for you to have any money, any credit, and there's no risk, practically no risk, because you're not holding the property long term. You're not buying the property in most of these cases. You're not, yeah, you. Hold on real quick here. My assistant chat with me real quick here. Sorry about that. Trying to help my assistant with something here. All right. And so where was I? Yes, why wholesaling, right? So the reason why we wholesale is because it doesn't require, it's one of those strategies that doesn't require for us to buy any property. Okay. And it doesn't require for us to buy any property, and because of that, we don't need any money, we don't need any credit, because if we're not buying a property, we're not getting a loan, right? Okay. And because we're not buying a property, because we're not buying the property, we don't have any holding costs or any of that, and so there's no risk in it. There's practically no risk in it. And since you're buying, you're not holding on to it. All you're doing is you're finding the property, and then you immediately flipping the property as is, where is, and so that's, and because of that, because you're immediately reselling the property, you make money quickly, right? And these deals, they close in days and not months. Okay, close in days and not months. And wholesaling is the easiest strategy to learn and to implement. I'm going to teach you a strategy today on, how easy this going to be for you, how you can do this in just 1 week. Okay, even if you're starting from ground zero. And let me give you some of the profit potential here. On the low side, if you were doing this part-time and just making a little bit of money, $3,000 to $5,000 a deal, and doing a deal a month, you look at $36,000 to $60,000 a year. Okay, and that's just doing it part-time. On the higher side, if you were to do this full-time, and you're making $10,000 to $15,000 per deal, and let's say you only do 2 deals per month. Right? There are people who do 20, 30 deals a month, wholesale deals a month. And so I'm just giving you an example here of just 2 deals a month. And so if you do 2 deals a month and you're making $10,000 a deal, that's about $240,000. And if you make $15,000 a deal, that'll be $360,000 a year. All right, $240 to $360,000 a year. Pretty easy to do. For me, my average wholesale deal, I make about $10,000 a deal, a little bit over 10,000, but we'll just average it up and we'll call it 10,000. And so, but they are wholesale deals that I make a lot more. I've had a wholesale deal where I made like $44,000 on just one deal. So you're not gonna hit a home run like that every time, of course, but it does happen sometimes. Okay, and the wholesaling business, like I said, it's a short-term transactional business, and so for you to make money, you have to do a deal, and then for you to make more money, you have to do another deal. And so what you're doing here in the beginning of this business is that you're going to be doing a lot of in the beginning of this business, you're going to be doing a lot of trading your time for money. Okay, so you'll be spending some time doing these deals yourself, and so as you move forward, you're going to then reinvest the money that you make, right, into the business to automate your business more. Right, that's when you start to trade money and get money to work for you. Right, you start to invest into software and resources and employees and virtual assistants that allows you to automate the business and delegate it. And when you are able to outsource it and have team members in place to run the business and have system in place to make the business go, that's when you're going to find the true financial freedom, or the true freedom that a lot of us seek for when we get into a business. We get into a business so that way we can be in control of our own faith. We can do what we want when we want to do it. And so my goal is to help you get there. My goal is to help you to get you to that freedom. And so that's why in this training, a lot of the training I'm going to teach you is on how you do it yourself. But like I said, once you know how to do it, and once you've got some deals going, make some money, you want to start then outsourcing things and start to automate things more, so that way you're not the one that's always be doing the business, always be stuck in the business. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go through now and teach you what I call my 7-day instant cash strategy that allows you to do a deal in the next 7 days if you're willing to really hit it. Okay, now my goal, or my wish, I guess we'll call it my goal for this training, is that I don't want you to go through this next 6 weeks here and just learn what I'm teaching you passively and don't implement. My goal is for you to, because the reason why I'm doing this live is for you to to push you and get you to implement these things. And so that way the next week when you come on, I'm going to ask you questions and you can ask me questions, and the best thing you can do for yourself to get to get the most out of this program is for you to implement what I'm teaching you, and know that I am there to help you. And so that way, whatever you don't understand, you're gonna ask me. Whatever you wherever you get stuck at, you're gonna ask me either on the training webinar or through the hotline. And so make sure, okay, it's very important that you take action on what you are learning here. The 7-day instant cash secret strategy, it's an idea of how to wholesale another wholesale deal. I explained to you earlier about how wholesaling works, right? And how, you know, it's the easiest strategy out there. You see, these wholesalers, these wholesalers, what they have done was they have marketed, you've been marketing for sellers, talk to the seller, negotiate a deal, get it under contract, okay, and now they are trying to sell the house and trying to find a buyer. And what I want to teach you to do, right, is in this training, I'm going to teach you how to be a wholesaler. But before I teach you how to be a wholesaler, I want to teach you how to tap into those wholesalers that are out there in your marketplace, how to tap into them, and how to then take the property, the property that they have to market right now, how to leverage all of the work, all of the hard work that they have done to market to those sellers and get it under contract, how to leverage that, and then sell those wholesale deals, sell those properties, and make some money along the way. But the real goal is not even to make money at this point, really. The real goal here is that I want you to, number one, get into the experience of actually doing a deal, an experience of actually marketing a property for sale. Okay, and then once you get into that experience, along the way you're going to make some money, and you're going to also build a buyers list from these wholesale deals that you can then take and go find bank-owned oil properties that you are going to then sell it to these buyers. Okay, so you notice the steps there? Okay, so normally in a wholesale deal, you have the seller, you have the wholesaler, and then you have the buyer. There's only 3 parties involved. But in this strategy, it's going to be 4 parties involved. There's the seller, there's the wholesaler, there's you, and there's the buyer. You guys got that? Okay. So I'm going to go through this document. You can get this document from the members area. So if you log into the members area and click on bonus, you'll be able to download this. Okay, the 7-day instant cash secret PDF file. And so what you're going to do is, the step number 1 is that you're going to log into dodeals.com, or there's any whatever websites out there that you can find that has wholesale deals. So let me log into Do Deals real quick here, so I can show it to you. All right, so you can log into our website and find these wholesale deals. So depending on the market that you're in, okay, I'm here in Houston, so you gotta log into the members area. You're gonna put your mouse on leads and go to wholesale deals. Okay, you're going to find all the wholesale deals in your area, and you're gonna write down the contact information and get ready to contact them. Okay, and the best thing to do is, if you can do some research and find out whatever area that has the most wholesale deals, those are a good place to start. So that way if there's more than one property in a certain area, there's more than one property, then you can market for multiple properties in that same area, so that way when your buyers are contacting you, that you can sell them multiple houses and not just one. Okay. And yeah, and so go log in here and find these wholesale deals. Another place that you can find wholesale deals is by using the instant lead generator. So on top here, when you click on instant lead generator, it will pop this up, and you're going to select right here, fixer wholesale deals. Right? I don't know what city and state you guys are, so you guys just select that. I'm just going to select Houston, just to give you an example, because that's where I am. Okay. And so you're going to contact all of these wholesalers in town and find out, okay, where, it looked like this person is using my strategy that I'm going to teach you here. All right, find out, all of these properties that these buyers, that these wholesalers are selling, and you're going to contact them. Right, June 27th. Oh, this is actually a retail house. So somebody's using an auction strategy to sell this house here. Yeah. And it might be a short sale, I don't know, but it's a retail house. Looks good. So this is just to give you an example of some of these deals. Okay, so you can go back. There's many more properties there that people are wholesaling that you can contact. Okay? And so you're going to contact these wholesalers. There's other websites too. These are the two main websites that that's available to you. Of course, you can also go to backpage.com. If you go on Google and search for like your market area wholesale deals, so that way you can find whatever websites that might come up that has wholesale deals in your area. For example, let's say I'm gonna go to Google here, and Houston. I'm gonna search Houston wholesale deals. So there's this website called HoustonHotDeals.com. There's Houston Cash Deals. My House Deals is all these guys are friends of mine. They actually know me. So you go here and just find whatever real estate websites for deals in your area, and those are the ones that you are going to go and check out if they have deals. If it's a website like this where you just opt in and there's there's no properties, then they're probably not a good website for you. Okay, you want to go to a website where you notice that like they show you the properties up front, that it's not just a thing here for them to build their buyers list. Like this is just one strategy that these people are using to build a buyers list, and you can use this similar strategy as well when you are ready to build your buyers list. But look for properties that for example, I'll just show you. MyHouseDeals.com is from a friend of mine, Doug Smith, and Doug was actually my first mentee student, my first mentorship students years ago. That was back in 2003, and and he has gone on to do great things since then. But yeah, you can also, his website, there's a subscription, so you do have to pay a fee to get access to his leads. These are some of the different websites that you can use to find these wholesale deals. Okay. If you guys know other websites in your area that have wholesale deals, that's great. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna log in, look at all these numbers, and you're gonna compile their contact information, the name, the phone number, the email address, the address of the property, okay? And you're going to then contact them. And I know even though I put in day 1 and day 2 like this, you really can do everything I'm teaching you here in just one day, okay? You don't have to like just do a little bit each day. When I made this diagram up, I was just being very easy on you guys on how much time you're gonna spend doing this. But if you can spend more time on doing this and doing all this, that'll be more power to you. And here's what you're gonna do when you call them and what you're gonna say to them. Okay, so you're gonna call up these wholesalers and you're gonna say, "Hi, my name is," of course, whatever your name is. In my case, I'll say, "Hi, my name is Tim. I'm calling about your wholesale deal. Is it still available?" And wait to hear what they say, right? If it's still available, say, that's great. I'm also a wholesaler, and I think, I think this deal is perfect for my buyers list. You see, I have a proprietary marketing strategy that allows me to sell most houses in just 3 days. Because I'm in need of some properties right now, is it okay if I market your deal to my buyers? It won't cost you anything. The way it works is that I normally mark up the price, and that's how I make my money, right? And so that's what you're going to tell them. And then you're going to ask them, okay, what's the least you would take for this property? So maybe, I'll give you an example. Let's say that, let's say they're asking $100,000 for this house. And so they say, well, the least I'll take is, is 95,000, right? Just giving you an example. So then you're like, okay, great. So if so if I find a buyer and whatever I sell for more than $95,000, I'll keep. You're okay with that, right? And of course they'll say yes, I'm okay with that. So then you're gonna send them the flex option agreement, and just tell them, hey, I have this little agreement that that I need you to sign to give me permission to sell this house. So if you can just sign and get it back to me, you can cancel this agreement anytime you want, and you can continue to market your property just like normal. And so if they find a buyer before you do, they can just sell their property to their buyers. And if you find a buyer before they do, then they will honor your agreement with them and allows you to make some money in the deal. And like I said, even if even if you're just gonna make $3,000 on this deal, or even $1,000 on this deal, or even $500, it doesn't matter. What matters is that, number one, you're getting the experience from doing a real life deal, and number two, you're building your buyers list along the way, in the process. And so that is more important than anything else. Got it? And so you can also get the flex option form in the members area as well. So if you log into the members area here, okay, and the 7-day instant cash strategy is right here. So that's where you download this flow chart that I'm going through here, and you can click on forms and contract here to download the flex option. Okay, it's somewhere in here. All right, so here you go. Here are the flex options that you can download. So you would download the flex option to purchase wholesale. Okay. All right. You guys have any questions so far? Okay, yeah, understanding everything so far, pretty easy, right? You need to type in the questions. All right, let me go. So next, once you get them to sign the flex option, get it back. Now, some of these people would insist on not signing any agreement. They just won't agree on any agreement. They'll just say, well, just bring me your buyer, and then we'll go from there. And legally speaking, you can't sell a house that you don't have permission, that you don't have equitable interest in selling it, because otherwise you'll be acting as a real estate agent without a license. Okay, that's technically speaking. It's up to you if you are okay with that. And if you are okay with marketing their property for sale, even if they are not, they agree to let you sell the property, they just won't agree to sign the flex option, then it's really up to you, and you have to make that decision on if you're willing to go ahead and market the property anyways. It's like speeding, right? Speeding is illegal, but people speed all the time. So there's a lot of people out there who wholesale these deals anyways, even if they don't have a flex option signed. Like in the beginning, earlier in my investing career, I was doing a lot of that without getting any flex option signed. Okay, it wasn't until later when I I guess when I decided to be more careful and make sure all of my bases are covered, that I started to get flex option signs. But so it's up to you. I'm not gonna I can't suggest you to do it or anything. I'm not a what I guess the disclaimer is the disclaimer is do it at your own risk. I'm not suggesting you to do it, but that's the risk that you may or may not be willing to take. And so you're gonna start and market these properties now. And when you market the properties, it's very important that you let them know. You have to use the law of urgency, and you have to say, hey, I have this property that I desperately need to sell. Okay, I have this property that I desperately need to sell. Please go out there, make me an offer on the property. Okay, and I'm gonna make my decision in 3 days, or however many days it is that you want. Let's say you start to market it on Friday, and just say, please go out there, take a look at the property, make me an offer. By Sunday, by Sunday night, I'm going to sell the house to the one that make me the highest offer. So please, whatever you do what it takes. Go out there, look at the property, and make me an offer. Because if you call me on Monday, chances are the house will have been sold. So you give them that urgency, okay? And so in my example, where the wholesaler is selling it for $100,000, and you negotiate the wholesaler down for $95,000, you're gonna market this house for $100,000, and you can try to sell it for $100,000. Okay. All right. Where can you go to market these properties for sale? Number one, the best, one of the best place to go is use the instant lead generator and click on landlords. Okay, and you're going to email. Landlords means that they are in the business of buying and renting houses. So there's a high chance that they are, that they continually are looking for more properties that they can buy. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to email to all of these landlords on here. Okay, as many as you can. Just use the software and excuse me, use the software to send them emails. Okay, and another another strategy that you can use is to post the ads on Craigslist, on Backpage.com, on postlet.com. Okay, and and so you're gonna post on all of those websites, as many as you can, get the properties out there. And I also suggest for you to also put out signs as well to market for these, to find these buyers. You see, there's a lot of cash buyers that are buying in a certain neighborhood, maybe because they live in that neighborhood, or because they have rental properties there, or or they're contractors and they're fixing up houses in that neighborhood. And so signs are among the best ways to sell houses. And so what you want to do, what you want to do is find these, put out some signs, look for these buyers, and I'm going to show you how to, how to do your signs here. But this flowchart will also give you an example of the ad that you can run as well. Okay. Now this flowchart talks about the 3daybid.com. You don't need to use that website, because even if you use that website, you're gonna have to drive traffic there to get your buyers there, and so you don't need to do the auction style of the 3daybid.com, but you are going to use that. You are going to use that that strategy of getting, letting people know that you are selling it quickly, and you want to get the highest and you want to sell it to the one that's going to give you the highest and best offer, and so so keep that in mind. Okay. All right. Let me see here. What's going to happen after that, okay, is once you find a buyer, once you find a buyer, you're going to then convert your buyer into a contract, okay, convert your flex option there into an assignment or into a contract, and then you're going to assign that to your buyer. And I'm going to give you that flow in just a little bit here. But here's an example of a yard sign that you can put out. All right, so you're going to put it in front of the house. A lot of wholesalers, they don't put out any signs. And so you can go out there and put us out a sign in front of the house and around the neighborhood. One of the ways that I put out signs that stay out really long, and it's totally legal, you don't have to worry about the city or anything like that, is I would put out these signs on all of the vacant houses in that neighborhood. Right? See, in a lot of city ordinance, it's illegal for you to put out signs on public properties, like at the street corners and stuff. But it's completely legal for you to put out signs on private properties. And so what I do is I'll put out these signs on all of the vacant houses in the neighborhood. And of course, vacant houses are all owned by private individuals. Okay. And sometimes you're going to get these homeowners who's going to call you and say, what are you doing putting your sign in my yard? And when that happens, that's good news. Okay, you're going to get excited about that and say, hey, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, I'm so glad you called me, because I've been looking for you. I'm interested in making you a cash offer on your house. If I can pay you all cash on close quickly, what's the least you would accept? All right, and so, so it's good if those sellers do that for you. And signs, it's just like, I use speeding as an example again. Signs is another one of those things where you're not supposed to do it on public places, but people do it all the time. It's like speeding. You're not supposed to speed, but people do it. Okay, and so you do it at your own risk, right? The best signs are the handwritten signs. So whether you buy neon color poster boards, or you buy those Coroplast signs, just handwrite on them. All right, handyman special, cheap cash, must sell fast, your price and phone number. Or you can also do something like this. Okay, and this can work in classified ads or signs. Okay, fixer upper cheap cash value 100,000 asking 60,000 and your phone number. Okay. And here's another sign for you if you are planning to use the auction strategy, where you actually tell them that you're gonna do a round robin bidding auction. If you guys don't know what the round robin bidding auction is, I highly suggest you to go on Amazon and buy a copy of the book How to Sell Your Home in 5 Days by Bill Efros. How to Sell Your Home in 5 Days by Bill Efros. You'll learn the basics behind the auction strategy. For now, I don't suggest for you to do the auction strategy this week. This is something that you can do later on as you get better with real estate investing and get a good handle on how to market properties for sale. Then you can do the auction strategy. It's not something that you have to do now. Okay. For this week, I just want you to focus in on. Getting the property under control. Okay, getting the property under control, getting one of these wholesale deals under control, and start to market these properties. Learn how to sell these properties. Here's the another example for the classified ads if you were to auction it. Okay. All right, so now I'm gonna move on here and teach you how you then gonna get paid quickly on these. There's two main types of closings that you're gonna be doing on these wholesaling other people's wholesale deals. The first one is called an assignment, and an assignment is when there's only one closing that's gonna happen between the seller and the buyer, and the wholesalers, the middleman in the middle, is going to get paid as an assignment fee from the buyer. So I'll give you an example. You have the seller, okay. You have the contract between the seller and the wholesaler, okay, and then the wholesaler is going to assign that contract over to you, and you're going to assign that contract over to your buyer. Okay, so you have a contract between your seller, right, and the wholesaler, and an assignment between the wholesaler and you, and then an assignment between you and your buyers. So that's only one closing. And the title company is going to handle this whole closing. So the buyer's going to bring the money, right? The buyer's going to bring their money, close on this, and the title company is going to cut you a check for your assignment fee, and the title company is also going to cut another assignment fee check to the wholesaler, and then whatever is left, the title company will cut a check to the seller. Okay, got it? Right? And the second type of closing is a double closing. And on this closing, there's two closings. You see, some wholesalers might not want to assign you their contract. They might want to double close it. And so in this case, then, there's a contract between the seller and the wholesaler, okay? And the first closing happens between the seller and the wholesaler, and the second closing happens between the wholesaler and the buyer. And so you're going to have a contract between the seller and the wholesaler. You're going to have another contract between the wholesaler and you, and then there's going to be an assignment between you and your buyer. You guys got that? All right. So the number of contracts involved in a deal dictates the number of closings that you're going to do. And so these are the two common ways. There are other ways. You can even do a triple closing if you wanted to, but I'm not going to confuse you there, and I'm going to leave it at this. Okay. All right. So that's pretty much it of what I have to cover for today. And in the next six 6 weeks here, I'm going to try to not teach you too much information because I don't want you to get information overload. And instead, I want to focus in more on you taking action and go out there and implement. All right. This is not a course that you sign up for. This is a coaching program that you signed up for. And as a coach, I'm going to be pushing you to go out there and take action, right? As a coach, I'm going to push you to to make sure that you go out there and you implement, and make some money. Okay. All right. Do you guys have any questions for today? Anybody? You guys, I mean, Rosalind asked, are we going to be able to download the flowchart? The answer is yes. Just log into the members area. Okay, log into the members area, click on bonus, and click on a 7-day instant cash strategy. Okay, this form right here. Click on that. For the flex option form, you're going to click on forms and contract, and you're going to scroll down here for the and find the flex option form somewhere down here. Where is it? I saw it earlier. Where did it go? It went too fast. Oh, here it goes. You're going to download this flex option to purchase wholesale. Okay, got that? All of you should have access to the members area by now. If you don't, please let me know so I can have my assistant contact you and get you hooked up. Okay. Any other questions? Did I go too fast, or was it just right for you guys? Did you guys understand everything? All right. Today we're doing the class. Today we're doing the class on Wednesday here, but starting next week and for the next starting next week and for the next 6 weeks, the class is going to be on the class is going to be on Tuesdays. Okay, and so I'm gonna send send you guys another webinar registration link for you to join the Tuesday class. So this week is the only week that we're doing it on Wednesday here. If we have questions later, who do we call? Whenever you have questions, the best way is for you to submit it to the hotline here in the members area, and go to assistant hotline right here. Okay, when you have questions, the best way to submit to this hotline, and if it's something that I can answer through email, then I'll answer it through email. And when you go through the hotline, everything is tracked. There's a ticket that opens up so we don't forget and not answer you. Okay, everything is tracked. And if it's a question that I can't answer through email, then I'll call you up and I'll answer that and help you with that over the phone. Okay. So, but the best way is through the hotline, so that way everything is tracked, and we're in a we're processing your questions more efficiently. Any other question? You guys are quite quiet. Well, If you guys don't have any more questions, then we'll go ahead and call it a day today. All right. It's very important that, like I said, you got to go out there and implement this. So make sure you download that flow chart and follow it step by step and get it implemented. Okay. And if you have any questions, just submit it to the hotline for me and start implementing tonight. Don't wait, okay? Don't wait until tomorrow. I mean, there's plenty of time that you have from now until you go to sleep tonight. So go ahead and start implementing tonight. I know you probably have never been on a program where you have to implement on the very first day here, but but like I said, you did sign up for a coaching program, and so I am here as a coach. I'm going to push you as much as I can. Okay, and also too, another homework I want to have for you is that every morning I do a show called the Happy Hour show. And so I highly suggest for you guys to join me on the Happy Hour show, and it's in the morning at 8 a.m. Central. And on the show, I talk a lot about mindset and success. Because the truth of the matter is, 80% of your success comes from, how you think. Only 20% of your success is going to come from what I teach you. With the tactics and the strategies, the real estate stuff that I teach you. 80% of your success is going to come from the mindset strategies that I'll be teaching you. And so make sure you tune into that. Have any of you guys ever been on Happy Hour TV before? Okay. So make sure you get on the Happy Hour show, okay? And to go to the show, you just go to epreneurs. Let me exit out of here so I can type it in for you here. All right, go to www.epreneurs.tv. Let me make it bigger. So that way you can see it here. I'm just going to make it as big as I can. Okay, so make sure you tune into the show every morning at 8 a.m. Central. Okay, 8 a.m. Central CST, which is 9 a.m. EST, okay, or 6 a.m. PST. There you go. All right, so make sure you guys tune into the show. All right, everybody. Well, I want to thank you so much for being a part of this coaching program. I want to thank you so much for being a part of this show as well. I mean, be a part of this program. And so, let's go out there, take a lot of action, take massive action, because you and I both know that until you can learn as much as you want, okay, I can teach you everything you need to know about real estate investing, but nothing is going to happen for you until you take action. So I highly suggest for you guys to take action, take action, take action. Just know that I'm here to hold your hands. I'm here to help you every step of the way. And so you have nothing to fear. You have nothing to lose. You're never going to buy these properties, so you're not going to have to put any money up or any of that. And so just take action. Got it? All right. Thank you, everybody. You have a great, great evening, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye for now.